Se pá, dá pra gravar agora, então vamos lá. Gabriel Knight One. Olha só, meu, o jogo tá remasterizado, tá coisa mais linda. Lembra que na minha época o jogo era horrível, porque já tinha lançado dois. Eu sonhei com sangue sobre a Bahia, os olhos. Grace Nakamura. Olha só, velho, é reflexo da água no chão, tá top.
Mm-hmm. I bet. Just a minute. It lives, I see. Do you want to speak with Lolita? I'm sorry, but Gabriel's a lout. I mean, he's out. You know, you could do better. I know I don't know you, but you could do better. Bye-bye.
Bubai.
Good morning. You look like hell. Did you have another nightmare last night?
Yes, because having nightmares is what I do, apparently. 7th damn night in a row.
I told you, it's that voodoo book you're researching. That stuff can seriously screw with your karma.
Cara, tá fazendo uma
Unfortunately, I
pesquisa
don't
sobre
think my
voodoos.
readers would go for a horror novel about fluffy bunny rabbits.
Ele é
So
escritor de
voodoo it
romance,
is.
escrevendo
You
sobre
mean your
voodoos.
reader? She lives in Wisconsin, doesn't she?
Bite
Essa
me.
voz ficou palha.
Hey, what goes on in your bed stays in your bed as far as I'm concerned. I have messages for you when you want them.
Eu quero essas mensagens agora, minha filha. Ih, caralho. Scoreboard. Tá, isso aqui tá beleza. Tá bom. F5, salva. E inventório. M, mapa. E M. Vou falar com a Grace.
Like I haven't tried.
Não quero pegar ela, meu amigo. Quero... Chat.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Mano, essa voz ficou ridícula, velho, na boa. Nada a ver com o Gabriel 2. Falar sobre voodoo, mensagens.
Do you have messages for me?
Your friend Detective Mosley called. Talkative, isn't he?
Especially with you. What did he want?
He told me to tell you that his mother's maiden name is Humphrey, and that he left some photos for you at the station, at the front desk.
It's about time.
Let me guess. This has to do with the voodoo murders, right? Some kind of inside police information? Did you tell him you'd put him in your new book?
Maybe. A writer has a certain obligation to his readers, you know.
Gabriel, you know you'll never put him in your book. Your main character's a female orthodontist. You're gonna be reincarnated as a pit bull if you keep screwing with your karma.
As long as it's a male pit bull with a really big...
That's
Olha
enough,
só que
thanks.
voz trash.
Did you find any good voodoo resources for me?
The best in the city are supposedly the Dixieland Drugstore and the Historical Museum of Voodoo. Both are right here in the French Quarter.
How would I ever manage without you?
You? Give me a break. The devil himself couldn't change you.
Well, if the devil had
O
great
desenho da
legs,
Grace ficou
perhaps,
estranho também.
like yours.
And a riveting personality, I'm sure. If you need any more research done, just ask. It's not as though we're swamped with customers.
Do you have messages for me?
You got a call from someone named Wolfgang Ritter. He was calling from Germany. He told me it was urgent. Maybe you should give him a call.
Call Germany? Like hell. If it's really important, he'll call back.
Well, fine. Let's just hope he's not with the German lottery for pitiful American authors.
Cara, eu tenho que fazer a tradução desse joguinho.
What do you know about
voodoo?
I didn't know much of anything about it until you started researching it for your book. Now I know that it's active in the city. There's that shop and museum. It can clearly be dangerous in the wrong hands. You should be careful investigating it.
What do you know about voodoo?
I've told you all I know. Sorry I can't be more help.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Just what I read in the papers, same as you.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
You won't get far questioning me about it, Sherlock.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I've only been here 2 months, but I love it. It's so much more alive than any place I've been. It feels like anything's possible here.
Do you have messages for me?
Your grandmother called.
I keep meaning to get over there. What did she say? Did she sound good?
She sounded great. We had a nice little chat about you.
Grace.
Don't worry, I didn't go into detail about your cardinal sins. Not that anything about you could surprise her. She adores you anyway.
She's my girl.
And she sent over that box on the table for you.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
What do you want to know?
How come we haven't gone out yet?
I'm still waiting around for that lobotomy. Soon as I get it, I'll let you know, okay?
How do you like working at St. George's Books?
Well, it's not exactly a huge intellectual challenge, although the math in your record books could confuse Einstein. Still, I love old books, and it's a nice way to pay the bills while I explore the city for a summer. If you ever pay me, that is.
What do you do after work?
I either go to my oil painting class or my Tai Chi. You know that.
You can go overboard with this improving yourself stuff. You don't want to alienate us mere mortals.
Oh, I suppose I should just allow my mind and body to atrophy.
Works for me. How old are you?
Old enough to know about men like you.
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks wanted me to go on right away for my PhD, but 18 years of school was enough. I needed a break.
Nothing, I guess. Never mind. So, what's new, Grace?
Your use of mathematics, for one thing. These books are unbelievable.
What can I say? I refuse to be bound by rules.
The strap marks on your bedpost speak otherwise.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
I can't think of anything.
The box has Gabriel's name on it, written in his grandmother's handwriting. Today's newspaper is on the counter. The books on the table have been chosen for their special appeal. Recent fiction by the biggies. In other words, nothing written by Gabriel. Times dated June 18th, 1993. The Aquarius horoscope says, potential storms ahead. Proceed with caution and do not get involved with anything new at this time.
Right.
Times dated June 18th, 1993. The Aquarius horoscope says, potential storms ahead. Proceed with caution and do not get involved with anything new at this time.
Right.
Gabriel looks fondly at his father's sketchbook and charcoal pencil. Images haunt the pages of Philip Knight's sketchbook, the way they must have haunted his mind. The images touch a deep chord in Gabriel. So familiar are they that he finds it hard to believe they aren't from his own subconscious. The windows of St. George's Books overlook Bourbon Street.
Mind if I borrow the magnifying glass?
No, Sherlock. Just bring it back when we get the next estate shipment.
Gracie's resume. She was way overqualified. And also the only person who applied. Those keychains were for a promo I tried once, before I realized it was hopeless.
I'm going to take the tweezers for a bit.
Good. You're beginning to look a bit scruffy.
My spare motorcycle gloves. I practically own stock in these guys. That's from Gran. She likes to think it means someone's watching over me. I'm not so sure about that, but I don't have the heart to get rid of it.
Leave my coat alone, Gabriel.
I'm going out.
Don't hurry back on my account.
Que fera. Olha só que parada legal, cara. Muito show. Eu vou dar os